Alrighty, I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. I freestyle every single video I do. So, the three misanthropes. I think there are three different types of misanthropes in this world. I think there is the misanthrope that the reason that they hate other people is because they see something in their self that they might hate or they don't like. Then you have the misanthrope that sees people, they don't like the things they do, they don't like the things they say, they don't like the things people, how they act, the ways they are. That's what kind of misanthrope I would call myself. I don't like how people act. I don't like the things they do, the things they say, the way they think, because I've kind of been there and done it with a lot of things that these people are doing. And they don't really realize what they're doing yet, but sooner or later in life, they'll either realize it or they won't realize what they're doing, but only they can realize that for themselves. And then you have the misanthrope that actually does hate humanity and hates mankind and just hates everything. And I'm not comparing any one of these, but those types of misanthropes, something may have happened to them when they were younger. They might have got abused in some kind of way. They might have got mistreated by their father or some family member. Anything could have happened to these types of misanthropes, the reason why they are the way that they are. And then the misanthrope like me, but I don't call myself a misanthrope because I don't hate people. Yet again, there is this thing, it's a metaphor, but I do not wrestle against flesh and blood. I am not fighting against people in this world no more. The only thing that I am getting us to understand is it is a mind thing. It's not a physical battle that we are fighting here, people. It is a mind thing that we are fighting. But see, I'm out of the fight. I'm not fighting anymore. I know that the mind is the most important thing. There's nothing more important than my mind and the way that I think for myself. Do I hate people? No, I don't hate people. There might have been a time where I disliked somebody for a long period of time for something that they did to me, something that they said to me, but I got over it and I moved on, and I couldn't hate anybody. I could never hate anybody in my entire life. I can't think of one person. Not saying I'm better because I didn't hate people, but I just couldn't do it. And I am the type of, quote, misanthrope that I don't like the things people are saying. I don't like the way people are thinking. I don't like the topics people are talking about. I don't like the way people live. I don't like the things they do, the ways they act around other people, their lyrics and their music, just so many things that they do. It's not me. It's not me, and I don't relate, and I'll never relate. I'll never go back to a lot of the old things that I once was and how I used to act, because I know those things, there's no value there. There's nothing there for me. And then there is the misanthrope that they don't like something about themselves, and then they're projecting what they don't like about themselves onto other people. But see, I think those types of misanthropes, I think that they just have a disposition about who they really are themselves. I think they might be a little discouraged in their thinking. They might not have a resolution for themselves in their own lives, and then they have to hate others. They have to blame others. They have to talk about other people. And if you're just doing this all the time, if someone that's a misanthrope that does this all the time, this type of misanthrope that self-sabotages, I think it's really unhealthy for the individual. I think it's It's killing you both physically, mentally, and psychologically. All these things you can think of, I think it's killing you. It's literally making you sick. It's destroying yourself. You're self-destructing, you know? And I'm not trying to compare any of them here, but it's kind of hard not to because all three of them are different. And like I said, I know that I am the second type. I am the one, I don't hate myself and I don't hate others and I don't completely hate the world and hate everything. I'm just the guy that I do not like the things people say, the way they act, the things they do. But I can't hate people. That's just not in my nature. And some people, their brains are just wired different. I don't think they can really help the way that they go about feeling or how they think about things. You know, I can't change that in anybody. I can only do what I can do for myself. But what I'm saying here is I think that a lot of misanthropy, I think, is really misunderstood by the misanthrope themselves and the people that look at the misanthrope and don't understand them. You see, I think it's a two-way street here. I think we are very ignorant on the facts of what is going on here. And I think that the misanthrope that is self-sabotaging themselves, I think that there is a way out of that for them. The ones that they don't like something about themselves, they can do something about it. They just don't want to do something about it. They can think differently. It's just they don't want to think differently. Now, the misanthropes that may have had someone abuse them or someone beat them up so many times that they develop this hatred for someone because of that, or they were in a war or something and that psychologically damaged them, and then they're like, I hate the whole world because the whole world has done this to me. Now I'm going to do that back to the world. Those types, I think that them types, they need to get brutally honest with themselves and say, look, this has happened to me and I am pissed off. I am mad that this has happened to me. I am bitter and I am angry and I am filled with hatred and I hate people and I can't stand people. And I think you have to get this metaphorical spirit out of you. If anyone is watching this, that you have some kind of hatred in you or anger, you're only destroying yourself. You think that that's giving you some kind of power. You think that, you know, some people even say, I love when I'm angry. I love when I'm hateful and stuff. And even I felt like that sometimes about being angry. I was like, I love being angry. But I realized it was only destroying me for the type of person I am. And my brother and his son, they're kind of like, and I'm not going to put their names out there. I don't put anybody's business out, but they're kind of like these individuals where they love to hate. They have hatred and they love to hate. And my brother said, if I could be in a war and I could be one of them barbarian guys, you know, with the stick with the club on it and stuff, he'd like to start whacking people in the knee and doing all this stuff. And that's how he's hardwired. I can't judge him, but I can't face what he is thinking or what he's going through. You understand? And this is just a little bit of what I think about misanthropy. I think it can be very hypocritical when we call ourselves misanthropes. I really don't think that we are full-blown misanthropes. Because if we were misanthropes, some of us that call ourselves this, we wouldn't even talk to other people. We wouldn't even have YouTube channels because we wouldn't give a shit about anybody. And I think that you do give a shit about people. I think you do give a shit about yourself and your own life. You just don't like the way that people act, the things that people do, the things that people say, the way that they are. And I know I am the same way, y'all. I'm the same exact way. I can't stand the things that come out of people's mouths. I can't stand how ignorant some people are, and they'll just go by anything. They'll go with anything. They'll listen to anybody. They'll just jump right on the bandwagon because everybody else jumped on that thing. You know? And like I said, I can't call myself a misanthrope. That is not the right word for me. See, the people, when you say that you don't like people, you don't like most people, and you can't relate to most people because they're on this fake agenda thing. They're not really being themselves. They're not really being real. I'm sorry. How many of us, let's just be truthfully honest with ourselves here without bullshitting ourselves. How many of us, when we leave our houses and we go outside and we go wherever we go, how many of us put on the mask and the facade, the daily mask and facade? Oh, hi, how are you? Hi, how's your family been? Has everything been going well? Okay. It's like this thing that is, and then when you come home, I'm not against people that do that, that say hi and hello and all that. I'm not against those people. I'm just saying, but when you come back home and you take off your shoes and you kick back and you lay back, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm glad that's over. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was talking to this person and oh man, they just kept going and going. It's like, let me go. I mean, how many of us do that? Probably like 90% of us do that. But yet we're all putting on this thing every day, all the time. And how can people carry that baggage around with them? How can people keep putting on this thing that they're not? I know for me, I just got so sick and tired of wearing it. I got so sick and tired of putting on the mask and the facade, and I'm not going to be what I'm not for people anymore. I'm just not going to do it. However I feel, that's what I'm going to speak about. Whatever I'm going through, that is what I'm going to talk about. You know, whatever is on my mind, I'm going to do a topic about. You know, it's like the mask and facade is gone with me. And this is why most people, they're still slaves. They're still slaves to their own thinking because they are unwilling to face themselves. They're unwilling to rip the mask off. They're unwilling to take the facade off. You see, and only they can do that for themselves. Nobody can do that for you or me or them, but you, me, or them. And this is why we're not free. This is why we're not free today. You see, when you get to this point where you say, I am free to be what I am going to be when I am going to be it. This is why I say, excuse my language, but I say fuck an identity, fuck a genre, fuck a label, fuck conformity, fuck those things. They're not you. Like when you want to be whatever you want to be that thing in the moment. It's like if you're going by some identity or some label or some genre or some name that you have to live up to all the time, it's fake. It's not you. It's not the person. And this is why there's so many people in shackles and chains in their mind. Because they're not willing to be free. They're not willing to be what they really are when they are. And they're still putting on for people all the time. And this is kind of what makes some of us misanthropes. This is why we start not liking ourselves, because we're putting on something that's not even us. We're not even being ourselves. And then we start to not like ourselves and we start to down ourselves and hate ourselves. How can you not like you? How can you not love yourself? Like, who has ever told you that you weren't enough already? Who has ever done something to you and made you feel like you weren't worthy to be a human being and all this bullshit that people say? You are who you are out there, and you can't do anything about that. You're going to be you the rest of your life. So why wouldn't you want to be as healthy as you can be? Why wouldn't you want to do the best for you while you can do the best for you? Fuck what everybody else thinks. Fuck what everybody else is saying. Fuck their views. Fuck their opinions. Fuck that shit. And like I said, excuse my language. I don't like cursing a lot, but I will curse. I do curse when the time is right. I just get so sick and tired of seeing people put on this thing. And it's kind of like when you've been there and done it, when you've seen so many different situations and you've been around the block so many times and you have talked to so many different types of people and you have been in privacy with other people when they were away from other people, and the things they say when they're by themselves, they will be completely different when they go around other people. And they're still in bondage. They're still not willing to actually be themselves and let go of all this old baggage that keeps them heavy, that keeps you down, that keeps the ankles on your chain, that keeps the chain and ball there all the time. It is our thinking. It's our thinking alone. And this is why it's, yet again, a lack of knowledge destroys the people. It's so easy. It's so simple, but yet no one is willing to confront it. No one is willing to actually say this to themselves. And this is why I'm going to keep talking about it on this channel. I'm going to keep reminding people. Because even though I can't stand how people are, I can't stand the way they think with the ball and chain and the heavy weight and all the ideologies and the labels and the judgments and the baggage and the identities and all that shit. That is dead with me. That is graveyard to me. I'm past that, and I'm free today. I'm free today and here. I'm not saying that each one of us is free in a way that we're still at a job that we don't like, or we're doing something that we don't like in our lives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the mind. When I speak in my videos, I am simply speaking about thinking, the way we think. I'm not talking about like your circumstances or your dispositions in life or what the situations you're going through. You have to work those out for yourself, just like I have to work my own out for myself. But I know that I am not going to put on a mask and facade for people. I'm not going to put a label in front of me. I'm not going to put a brick wall in front of me. I'm not going to put a genre and all these other things in front of me. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me when I'm me. And that is, it's so freeing when you come to this realization in your life. This has nothing to do with me being better or thinking I'm getting ahead of someone when I say that I want the best for me. You understand? I don't care about thinking I'm getting ahead of someone or I'm better than you or I have more than you. All them things are dead to me. They're dead and gone. They're dead and gone. Every single day, they're dead and gone. Dead and gone. And I'm not thinking about those things. And whatever I'm going to be today, whatever I need to do for myself today, that's what I'm going to do. You understand? I'm not going by yesterday. I'm not looking in the past. I'm not going by what everybody else is conforming to and saying nowadays. It's I'm thinking I'm free. I'm free to be me today. And even though, like I said, I don't like the way that people think. I don't like what they say, what they do. This all comes from the way that they're thinking, you see? And this is what I can't stand. It isn't that I hate people. It isn't that I'm wrestling against flesh and blood. I don't hate you, your physical form. I don't hate you as a person. I do not conform to, and I don't agree with, and I'm not going to be a part of the way that people are thinking. You see, it has nothing to do with hating them. And this is why people, they get it, they take things, they get offended, they take things personally. It's not made to take personally. Maybe at first it's made to take personally so that the person can get it through their minds that what I'm telling them is I am going to decondition you, to unindoctrinate you, to get you away from the slavery and the bondage of your mind. You see, I'm freeing people from that right now. In the name of freedom and being yourself, I'm freeing people from that right now. That's a great thing. And that's how I got to look at it. I got to look at it like there's some value in what I'm saying. Because if there's no value here, then how is this ever going to do anything? How is what I'm saying ever going to come into fruition and have me make a living off of being honest with myself? Because that's all that I want to do. I want to be able to pay my rent. I want to be able to have food, water, shelter, and the clothing that I need to wear to survive. I don't want to get rich off this. I'm not looking to get, hundreds of thousands of dollar checks and all that shit. I don't care about that stuff no more. All that I care about is the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm living, the things that I'm saying to myself and other people when I'm doing these videos, because I'm speaking to somebody else. But I'm not going to be something I'm not no more. If I'm having a shitty day, I'm going to tell you I'm having a shitty day. I'm not going to put on the facade. Oh, hi, my name's Nate. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, like, and share. You're such a great person out there. Now, I know I'm over dramatizing it, but it's like I just can't do that. I can't put on this thing that a lot of other people do, and that's why I can't relate to it. I don't want to be a part of it, and that's why I'm a loner and I stay to myself, because I know that I am free to be myself. I don't have to conform to anything. I don't have to be like anybody else. I don't have to jump on the bandwagon. I don't have to imitate others. I am the thing. I am the thing. Yet again, it is right there with each person. You are the thing that you are looking for. You are the very thing that is it. If only each person could understand this for themselves, we would have a different world. We would have a different type of people. But the way that people are thinking about boundaries with other countries, the system, setting up wars, all kinds of stuff, pestilence, starvation. There is no way that there should be anybody starving. There is no way that nobody should have a little hut that they can't live in. There is no way that there should be anybody dying of hunger or starvation in this world. It's because we are not all. There's something Bruce Lee says, but we are all of one under the sun. He doesn't say it exactly like that, but we are all of one family under the sun. We are all human beings here. But yet, the thinking has got us so messed up and twisted. The thinking, the labels, the ideologies, the religions, the sects, the SECTS, not SEX, SECTS. S-E-C-T-S, sex, like that. The countries, this flag, this type of people, that type of people, this tradition, that tradition. It's like, this is what is keeping us in bondage, is these very things. That's why we're always comparing one another. We're always having to look better than or worse than another person. Oh, my tribe is bigger and better. My flag is more of something. We make more crops and food. We do more of this. Our learning system is bigger than your learning system. The United States is the greatest country in the world. All that is bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. And if you watch George Carlin, you should know these things. But yet again, I can't tell people to go and watch these things. I can't tell people to go and look into this for themselves. But like I said, I do a lot of research. I look into things a lot. And that's all that I'm doing, is I'm spreading what I learn to other people. And I'm constantly burning for learning. It's kind of like my saying now. I'm burning for learning. And I'm not going to wear the mask and facade. I'm not going to put on. I'm going to keep exposing myself. I'm going to keep putting myself out there, because when I get out of myself and I stop thinking that I am this special person, I am chosen, I am someone special, it just goes to shit. When I say I don't know, I have things that I still need to learn, I am the problem, but I'm the solution at the same time, and I am free to be what I want to be. I don't have to be like you. I don't have to be like them. I don't have to be like Gary, Larry, Mo, Cindy, Tom, anybody, Olivia. I don't have to be like anybody. I can be like myself. And that's where the freedom comes. That's where this liberation comes, is finally admitting to yourself that you are not an identity. You are not a label. You are no thing at all. You just are what you are when you are that thing. And I know this veered off from the path of misanthropy and misanthrope, but I think that it all comes together with what it is, why people are misanthropes. You see, it's all a reflection back on why we can't stand people, or we say we hate people, because a lot of the times it's just because we don't like ourselves. And I ask people, why? Why do you not like yourself? See, it's probably because of all the things that we have been indoctrinated by and we've been conditioned with. You think you have to look good enough. You think you have to be more of something than what you already are. You think you have to make millions of dollars to be someone. This is all bullshit, man. If you have food, water, shelter, and clothing, and you have a clear mind and you're living healthy, you're living life and you're free. Now go and be what you want to be and go do what you want to do as an individual. Quit letting all this bullshit hold you down. Quit letting all these people that are telling you bullshit every day hold you down. Because more than likely, sorry to say, they're probably a part of the indoctrination, the system, the conditioning, the brainwashing. They're probably right a part of it. And I don't like to say that, but it's true. I know I had to get myself away from it for me to understand what I was doing to myself. So yet again, it comes back to the person. If you're willing to do it for you, that's all that matters, is that you're willing to do it for you. Because we're only in our bodies. We can't do anything for other people. You can't make someone else move. You can't make someone else learn or do something. I just don't get how people we let this hatred and this disliking people just keep building and building and building. But like I said, all we're doing is projecting our stuff either onto the world, or we're projecting it back onto ourselves. And that is what is making us misanthropes. With a certain type of thing. I'm not talking about everything. The type of misanthrope that I am a little bit, I don't hate people. I just don't like I said, I don't like the way they think. I don't like that they keep labeling, that they keep judging, that they keep putting this indoctrination on me, that they keep putting the TV and the news and what the world's saying on me. This is what I don't like, and this is what I'm away from, and I'm free from, and I will never go back to. You see what I'm saying? I'm free to be me today. I don't have to be anything but myself. And that's it. That's it. You're free to be now. You're free to go and do what you do. That's what it is. All right? Later.